what's up? Bradley Aiden Johnson here. I keep getting questions and emails and stuff about how I can lose more weight, and they keep asking, should I do more cardio? Should I train more often? Should I train with a different number of weights these days? Should I up my volume? Should I do this? No. If you're following my method and you're coming to my YouTube and you want my theories and stuff and how to do things and the way I do things, I control my diet. I control my weight 100% with my diet. I keep my training the same. It remains as a constant. It keeps going, and I affect my diet and my weight loss in the way that I want it to with my diet. I use my diet to control the speed at which I lose fat, the speed at which I put on muscle and fat, the speed at which I do everything. I keep my training completely the same. For me, that's the easiest way, and I would say to you it's the easiest way. Once you master eating in a regimented way, calorie counting, knowing your macros and eating the right thing, which you should completely be doing, it is so much easier to knock a few grams of oats off and knock a little tiny bit of chicken and maintain your training off. It's so easy to do that, or add a little bit of chicken, add a little bit here, add a little bit of an extra meal time or whatever, and just change your numbers slightly but keep this to the same rough routine. It's so much easier than to pretend that anyone can give you accurate numbers to how much energy that you're burning when you're doing a cardio session. There is way too many variables in working out and training to accurately tell you how much calories are burnt. For instance, you do a weight training session. You do back and triceps day. That's one of my days. Do back and triceps day. Now, during the session, depending on how many rest periods I had during the session, the weight that I lifted during the session, how well I went, how I was feeling, how hard I went, I will use a certain amount of calories of energy. All right. Now, depending on how hard I went in the session, I will then, because I've broken down muscles, I'll then for the next few days need to repair those muscles, which requires energy. As those muscles are being repaired and rebuilt, that requires a lot of energy, and that requires a certain number of calories. And then the next day, I may do, say, a legs workout. I may do thighs, calves, and abs. So then the same thing will happen then. The next day, I'll go on the cycle, and I'll cycle for about as much as I feel like cycling. Now, at this moment in time, right, I've still got the rebuild coming into my body from the previous back and triceps workout. I've got the rebuild happening from the previous legs workout, and I'm cycling at the moment. There is no way anyone, and someone will say, oh, you can kind of there's no way you can work out what that means to you in terms of calories. That is too difficult to work out. Instead of doing that, just keep it constant so you don't have to worry about it as a variable. Just ignore it because you always train. Keep your training intensity at the same level, incredibly high, which it should always be, and change your diet to reflect the changes that you want to make within your body. Because all these calorie things that they tell you, oh, if you do this much time on the treadmill, you do this, it burns this many calories. The amount of calories that you burn on the treadmill when you're running will directly be impacted by your legs workout that you may have done yesterday or you may have done 2 days before. It's too confusing to know accurately. So just keep your training the same and monitor your weight loss or your muscle gain and fat gain with your diet. Completely control it with your diet. Learn to keep your training intensity high and the same, and keep to a regiment with that, and use your diet to manipulate your body. That is what I did for my entire cut, and it's what I'll do for my entire fitness journey. I will use my diet to manipulate what happens to my body. It is the easiest way. Do that. Hopefully it's been some help. BradleyAidenJohnson@gmail.com. If you have any queries or theories or suggestions or anything you want to know, let me know. Other than that, like the video, like my Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and of course subscribe. Peace.